Passive income isn't passive. It's described as money that shows up, without effort, without involvement, without work. But that version doesn't exist. This is money mechanics. Today, we're breaking down why passive income isn't actually passive, and what's really happening underneath. It's one of the most misunderstood ideas in money, because what people call passive is actually front-loaded effort, risk, or capital. There are only three ways passive income is created. You either invest time, money, or leverage. If you build a business, you work first. You create the product. You build the system. You find the audience. You test what works and fix what doesn't. That process can take months, sometimes years, and during that time, nothing feels passive. If you invest, you risk capital. You put money into assets like stocks, real estate, or funds, and those assets may generate income, but the income is directly tied to how much you invest. Small capital, small return. Large income requires large exposure. If you use leverage, you take on debt or systems. You borrow money, or build systems that operate beyond your direct effort. But leverage introduces pressure. Debt has to be repaid, systems have to be maintained, and risk is always present. Nothing about that is passive. The passive part only appears later, after the system is built, after the asset is in place, after the structure starts to run without constant input. That's the transition point, from active creation to automated output. But most people never reach it, because the early phase feels slow, uncertain, and unrewarded. The idea of set it and forget it income is a simplified version of a much more complex system. It removes the process and only shows the outcome, and that misunderstanding is what traps people. They chase passive income, they look for shortcuts, quick wins, instant systems, instead of building real cash flow, instead of building something that actually produces value. Because real systems take time. They require consistency, adjustment, iteration, and most importantly, they require staying long enough for the system to work. Passive income isn't passive, it's engineered, built through time, capital or leverage. And only after that does it start to feel passive. If you want to understand how money systems are actually built, subscribe. Next, we break down how private equity really works and how leverage is used to multiply returns. This is money mechanics,